don't know how long I'm gonna go. I'll resume here in a sec.
It's gonna be buggos.
Is it? Didn't Steiner hate Oglops?
Oh, that's true. Pickles. Just as tasty.
You don't like pickles?
I do like pickles.
You said they're as tasty as buggos?
I've had snails before, they were fine.
I've never had escargot. Someday. I'll try just about anything once. Gotta have that just about in there.
Rule of thumb, dip it in butter. True of almost everything.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Almost all escargot is served with a big old thing of butter.
Wait, in case you need it even more slippery,
Yeah.
coat that sucker in butter so it slides right down.
Like drawn butter like lobster. Yeah.
I had a burger tonight and I put peanut butter on it.
I've never had that before.
Yeah, I like peanut. I don't do it all the time. I was debating between doing like with an egg on top, and I decided to do peanut butter. I haven't had a peanut butter burger in a while. It's pretty good. It's an atypical choice for sure, but it's not bad. It's not bad.
I've never heard of that.
Maybe I'm just weird. I don't know. I did learn it at a restaurant, which doesn't mean necessarily that it makes sense, but that's my defense. Just in case everybody thinks that I'm disgusting.
Mm-hmm. It's one of those where I was waiting for the story to end in, but that place isn't open anymore.
No, still there. As far as I'm aware, I don't live there anymore. As of a year ago, it was still there. Do you do like grilled pineapple on burgers and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Not like super often, but
They're not. I mean, they're
usually
not.
with teriyaki sauce.
Yeah. Okay. They're not. I mean, they're not the same, obviously, but I like that as well. I love grilling pineapple. It tastes so good grilled.
Dang it! I thought Steiner was actually gonna kill that thing.
Pickled eggs. I don't know about pickled eggs. I like pickles. I don't eat a lot of pickled food though. My wife loves pickled beets, which I'm not into beets. I don't like beets.
So super accurate. He doesn't listen to rap with me either.
This is also true. I do not listen to rap very often. Very infrequently, in fact. Apparently, the only thing I listen to is Steely Dan and stuff.
That Steely Dan joke was so good. I was almost gonna say the Eagles, but Steely Dan was just too perfect.
I do really like the Eagles.
I know, that's why Steely Dan was better.
Yeah. I mean, they're not bad either, but... I can try to get some of those for you, maybe. Trappist.
Her home country of America?
She's not from America. You know this.
I know. Just wanted to freak out Trappist for a brief moment.
Yeah. Her home country of Iowa. You know, they're known world over for their recipes and their cooking, I guess.
That's why you, Jason, Chris,
so this
are
is
hilarious.
Freya's home.
None of you married natural-born Americans somehow.
It's true. It is strange how that worked out, isn't it? Less so for Jace. I think everybody saw that coming a long ways away. What are you doing here? Come on, get over here. It's been 5 years. I've been away for so long. Not a night went by when I didn't dream about home. I can't believe I'm here. I am no longer the selfish child I was 5 years ago. The time has come to serve my kingdom as a Burmesian Dragon Knight once again. Okay, I'll do what I can to help. Me too. I help too. Let's go. I'll have to wait and see. I know at one point, you know, back before computers were a thing, she had a bunch of recipes written down and everything. I didn't know she had some of her mom's recipes from Bosnia. And I think I know where all that stuff is. I'll have to see. I'll have to see. This is not the time.
It was gonna let us look at her? That's not okay.
Agreed. I'm so glad that you didn't do that. It is them again. My most persistent they are. Black mages. Kill. Kill. Agreed, Trappist. Agreed. I'm doing corned beef tomorrow because I love corned beef. My wife's not a very big fan, so I try not to make it very much when she's not here. If I'm being 100% honest, my kids aren't the biggest fans either. But you know what? They're gonna have to eat it anyways. Sorry, kids. Got some cabbage, some carrots and potatoes. Mmm. Good stuff. We met in college. So her roommate, when we were freshmen, her roommate in college was a friend of mine that I had known from high school. So that's how we met. The general will punish you for this. Yes, very scary. It is when the general gets mad. Not a very exciting story, I know. But it was pretty good. No, well, she wasn't a citizen at that point yet. Her family was still working on their citizenship. But she actually moved to the States because her and her family were in Bosnia. They had land and a house there. And then they fled during the war to Germany. And her dad was in the army, or the Navy, actually, for a little while. So they fled to Germany as refugees from the war. And then Germany, at one point, kicked a whole bunch of people out because Germany does that. Actually, a few countries over in Europe do that. They'll take in a whole bunch of what's the word I'm looking for? not necessarily refugees, but they'll bring in other people from other countries and stuff like that. And then if they feel like they've got too many people, or like unemployment starts getting too low or too high, they'll kick a bunch of people out that haven't gained their citizenship yet. So they got caught up on that, and the United States brought them in. So her immediate family and some of her extended family as well, not all of it, but some of it, moved to the United States. And that was in 93. Or no, not 93. 93 is when I left where her family lives. They moved in 95.
Which is the craziest part of the whole story.
So yeah. Why is that the craziest part?
That you were like, you lived where she was from.
It's true. It's true. We would have been in the same high school even, which is a huge high school. So who knows? That might not have actually meant anything. Like her class size is like 600 students or something like that. So I mean, I don't actually know if I would have even known her, but yeah. We could have met much, much earlier than we did.
Everyone knows the prettiest girl on campus.
True that. I don't know if that would have helped me knowing her in high school.
Oh, no, not at all.
Being an absolute doofus, but you know, it's okay.
But you would have known.
I would have known her, yes. So yeah, so I met my wife. Someday we're gonna go back and visit her family and stuff over there. Because I've never been to Europe. I know she wants to go back. We're actually talking, next year's our 10-year anniversary. And we've been kind of talking lightly about if we want to do something like that. Like maybe take the kids up to her parents or something like that and leaving them there for a week or a week and a half or something like that, and then going to Europe, just the two of us. Because I don't want to go to Europe with the two kids yet. That would be not as fun. So we'll see. Who knows if we'll actually do something like that, but it'll be pretty fun. Someday. I mean, option, if me and her were dating before you and I met, we never would have met at all, right? Because that would have meant I lived not in Northwest Iowa. And who knows, right? Who knows? That might not be true option. That might not be true anyway, because in college, my wife was, and still is actually, one of those that studies an obscene amount. And she had perfect grades all throughout high school and college and all that kind of stuff. And she still is a person, like if she has to do a speech or something like that in front of people at work, she'll take a night or 2 nights practicing it. And if she has to write an important email, she'll write it, read it, rewrite it, read it, rewrite it, sort of thing. And I'm not that person. It's like, you know, I gotta write an essay or something. I'll just write it, I don't reread it, and I'm done. Do the bare minimum studying, all that kind of stuff. It worked out for us in college. It worked out, so it might have worked out just fine in high school. Who knows? Who knows?
Something. This is why her career path trajectory is absurd.
That's true. That's true. Yes, that is why I work from home and she travels for work. Before I was set in my ways. Maybe. I've often wondered if I could go back, if I would change anything. Like the way I approached college and stuff like that. And I don't think I would. I'm perfectly content with where I'm at.
I think I might have gone to Stanford.
Yeah? That's fair. That's fair.
I don't know that I don't know that I'd have been any happier there, but I think I may have been more motivated if I'd gone there.
That'd be probably a significant change, I assume. I actually don't even know where you went to school.
UC San Diego.
But I have to assume for most people, Stanford is a pretty significant change.
Stanford was my safety school, which I only applied to because my counselor annoyed me.
Oh.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, I knew with 100% confidence that I was going to get into UCSD. And so I only applied to UCSD because that's where I wanted to go, and I knew they'd let me in. And my counselor hated that and said, you need to apply to other schools. You need a safety school. So I said, okay, I'll apply to another school so that I could bring her my thing for Stanford, who also let me
in. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's my middle finger to that lady.
I didn't think about any of this stuff like that. I don't remember. I don't know why I chose where I did. I think the biggest part of the reason I chose where I did is because I knew other people that were going to be there. Which, you know, is always the best reason to go to college. Right? That's why you go to college, is to hang out with people, I think. Maybe?
Totally.
Yeah.
That's what SDSU is all about, yeah. So.
Mm-hmm.
Thought some RAM in your computer isn't detecting it, or it's bad RAM. Yikes. Try reseating all your RAM.
I have done that before, and it worked well for me, gamer. Not ideal. These guys need to stop stealing my high potions. Buttheads. Student loan debt. Yeah. If I could not have had so much student loan debt, that would have been nice.
Yeah, alternate reality finishes college. Brandon's probably real successful.
How's it going, Hacksaw? Playing some Final Fantasy IX. And reminiscing about the old days. For the good and for the bad.
Reseating. As in, take the stick out, put it back in, make sure it's clipped in all the way.
I screwed that up. Oh well. I don't remember what's over there. Doesn't matter. Yep, the good old days. So, Hacksaw, I gotta ask. What's your takeaway on the Pokemon Sword and Shield? Are you excited? Are you upset? Are you just a mixture of feelings and you're still trying to sort them out?
I don't think most people know, because it wasn't in like the main thing. It was in the it was on the Treehouse Live.
No, this might be the bad news train then. Maybe.
I mean, if you read Reddit, it's the top 4 threads.
Okay, so you did see about the Pokédex. Okay. Fair enough. Keep the rage in check. I am sure it'll be patched in or something. That would be ridiculous for them not to add that. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm excited. That's going to be the first Pokemon game I dive into. I'm pretty excited about it. Oh, is the fest soon? Is it in Chicago again? Is that where you're going? Tomorrow. You're leaving on Wednesday?
Good luck, gamer.
Dude, you're traveling. You're taking an entire day to travel to Chicago. Well played, sir. I don't know how you finagled that, but well done. Well, that's some top-notch negotiation with the wife, I think. Yeah, teach me your jutsus. Fair enough. Fair enough. For those that don't know, Hacksaw is my friend and former next-door neighbor. And Chicago's well, depends on where in Chicago you're going. 3 hours, say away. Get the bell
Hi,
by
Mooshi's
the
IRL
bed
friend.
and go to the palace. Protect the king, please.
You said neighbor?
Yeah, we used to live next door to each other.
Hacksaw, does he keep his yard up?
Do I keep my yard up, Hacksaw? What's the yard look like now? Are the moles still there?
Was he a good neighbor? Does he make loud noises in the backyard?
Oof, dude. Those two are not mutually exclusive.
Excellent yard keeper. That's how you know. If they keep up their yard, like, they probably care.
Actually, most people in that neighborhood kept up the yard pretty good. It was nice.
Especially if you don't have an HOA. Like, if you're not being forced to keep up your yard, that's some attention to detail.
The moles traveled with me? Ah, shit. That means should be expecting them probably any month now. By the time they catch up. Real talk, for anybody that's not had moles in their yard, you're lucky. Those things are awful. Awful. They're hard to get rid of and they absolutely destroy your yard. It's terrible.
Gamer, the other way you can check your memory is, since I assume you have 1 or 2 sticks that are functional, try putting those into different slots. That way you can test the slot as opposed to the stick of memory. If you put confirmed functioning memory in a different slot and then it says it's not working, then you know it's probably the slot on your motherboard as opposed to the stick of RAM.
Oh wait, I turned that off. Why did I do that? Weird. But yeah, in general, things are going good here. Hope things are going good for you as well. What's the big feature at the Go Fest this year? Do they have like new exclusive Pokemon or anything like that? Of course I saw that. I'm excited. Final Fantasy VII looked absolutely amazing. I'm really curious to see how they're going to make what sounds like a full-length game in Midgar. How much they're going to have to add. Which they're going to have to add a lot, which is fine because Midgar's a big place. So it should be pretty easy to make a game out of that, I would think. But it should be interesting. I'm excited for it, of course.
Don Corneo's mansion.
Yeah, they're going to expand on that so hard. No, they're not. I would not
They
be...
said they're keeping that section in.
Did they? Interesting. Yeah. I wouldn't have been surprised at all if they completely dropped it from the game. I would not have been surprised.
I'm imagining it'll be reconfigured. But, I mean, it's also Japan. Like, Japan's a lot more comfortable with stuff like that. So... interesting to see.
Really hard to find. Oh, okay. That's cool.
Ooh, Jirachi. Oh, man. That's a sweet legendary.
Raz is the resident Poke expert right now. I still don't know. Like I said, Sword and Shield's going to be my first. I didn't get into Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. I did because we had talked about this like at one point, trying to make Pokemon Go a thing for me, and it never stuck. Turns out, like when I go hiking and stuff like that, there's not very many Pokemon out in the mountains. It's weird.
Yeah.
I have a hard time finding them. But also, I got really annoyed because my kids wanted to play, and my daughter in particular wasn't very good at throwing the balls. So we'd go out and she would just waste them all in like a minute, and then, well, we'd be done. We'd just be done. It's like this. It just isn't working very well. So Sword and Shield, it's gonna be good. I'm gonna dive in November. Hopefully, I'm done with Final Fantasy by that. That will be tight.
This is where we ask you the quintessential question. Do you know which starter you're going to pick?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't even know what the starters are. I haven't looked. It'll be a surprise.
Oh, you're going to go in totally blind even
Yep.
on the starters?
Yep. The only thing I might look at is which the legendaries are, which I think they already showed, right? It's
Yes.
like I could probably decide Sword and Shield. Although I might even just ignore that and go Shield because my gut says Shield.
Do you want the Dark Souls boss or the wall face?
That, I mean, you know my answer. But it's still Shield. Still Shield.
Wow, we're going to skip the Dark Souls boss version.
Is it really that? What does that
Is
mean?
it really a dog with a sword in its mouth? Yes.
It's Sif? Okay,
Yes.
okay. Maybe I'll go Sword then.
I figured. I was like, really? You're going to go shield?
Sif was such a fun fight. Oh man, I loved Sif. Dang. Maybe I'll just get both. Which one are you getting?
I will just decide based on what's in each version.
Oh. So
I will not go in blind.
Sif doesn't swing it for you?
Well, here's the thing. Each one will have exclusives, and while trading is always a thing, certain ones will only be able to be caught in their version. If that makes sense.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So I'm gonna wait to see which one has which exclusives before I choose, because I would forever regret if like Sword had Houndoom and Shield didn't, and I picked wrong.
Oh, so it's gonna be to that? Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, there's usually like, in most games it's like something like 20.
Zidane. Burmesia's royal palace is beyond these steps. It must be in ruins, just like everything else. I can't bear to see it like that. Look, I understand, but we can't go back now. We have to find out who's behind this. I want to find out who those guys were and why I look like them. Look, Vivi's scared too, but we have to face reality. Come on, Frey, it'll be okay. Vivi, do you really know what you're doing? The answer you seek may forever change your life for the worse. Yeah, but I have to. I have to find out who I am. I'm scared. What if I'm not even human? Oh, Vivi. What are you talking about? I'm not human, but you definitely human. Someone's coming. Who are you? Are you in league with the black mages? No. You're lying. There's a black mage right behind you. No, I didn't do anything. I would never hurt anyone. Lies. He's telling the truth. Freya? It's good to see you, Dan. Damn, I haven't seen you in years. Where have you been? Actually, this isn't the best time to talk. We've got to get out of here fast. There are black mages swarming all over the place. What are you waiting for?
Whoops.
Where's the king? I don't know. I didn't see him in the palace. Well, I'm going. I've got my own family to worry about. Freya, just forget about the king and get out of here. We're no match for those black mages.
Yeah, that would make it a lot easier, Hacksaw.
I will protect my home and my king at any cost. Let's go to the palace. That is a nice feature. I don't know. Who knows what I'm going to end up choosing? I don't. Things and stuff. I'll pick one of them, and between you guys, I'll know people that if I want something that's not my version, I should be able to trade for it, I guess.
I mean, unless they totally botch the trading system, you don't even really need to know people anymore. Trading for what you don't have is really easy.
Oh.
It just, you have to beat the game first, usually.
Oh. Okay.
To do it easily, that is not to trade.
Do the two versions... Okay, here's a good question, I think.
Sure.
It's probably a stupid question, but bear with me. Do the two versions have the same starting Pokemon, or is that different too?
Same starter.
Okay, that's good. Because if they had different starters, I'd probably look into that, just to make sure I didn't miss something I really liked.
That's a fancy looking animation.
Isn't it though,
yeah.
with the coins?